and gentlemen, this is Tough Tony Ant here, and I just got finished watching TNA Destination X, and this is my review results video for the pay-per-view. Let's go on talking about how Mike TNA and some other guys start talking about the X Division, how it's been so pivotal to TNA over years, and hell, I haven't seen much of the X Division in the last 1.5 years, so go figure. No Taz on commentary tonight, and already the commentary was actually a lot better for this event. Now let's go to the first match. You had Kazarian versus Samoa Joe. This match was pretty much, you know, a back and forth type match. The real highlights of the match was those springboard DDTs that Kaz kept on hitting Joe with. He hit 2 of them. And it was pretty much back and forth. Kaz got out of many a submission hold. When Joe racked in, put in the rear naked choke on Kaz, he got the damn ropes. Hefner pulled him off. Joe was arguing with Hefner. And then next thing you know, Kazarian hit Joe with a roll-up for the victory while he was distracted. And yet again, Samoa Joe booked the lose at a pay-per-view. You know, I can't even remember the time Samoa Joe won a match. But at least he didn't lose to some 40-year-old guy. So that's always a plus. I give that match, I give it an average 3. It was good for an opening match. I love to see when they actually let Joe wrestle instead of letting him pull so many punches like he did when he was wrestling Angle. But I give this match an average 3 out of 5. Next match we have Douglas Williams had a, not a surprise match, but I would say a, you know, how can I put it, an open challenge. And he is some guy named Mark Haskins answered. He's supposed to be some British wrestler. When he took off, with his glasses on, he kind of looked like a younger Edge. When he took the glasses off, he just looked like some butt chin looking guy from Europe. This match was pretty much, you know, a ground and pound. I love to see British wrestlers. I love the English wrestlers a little bit more because they're a lot more technical and they are better brawlers. This match was pretty much all Douglas Williams. Douglas Williams went on the offense for the majority of this match. Mark Haskins went for a couple high spots. Nothing really spectacular. The finisher was Mark Haskins tripped off the top rope trying to go for, I believe, a shooting star press. I was going to say 450 splash. He went for a shooting star press and slipped. Douglas Williams hit him with a roll-up. Douglas Williams with the victory. I seen it slip off the rope during the 450. Matthew can use that one in the next edition of Botchamania because, yes, that was a botch. I give that match a 2.5 out of 5. Next up, we had a tag team match. Generation Me versus Eric Young, the television champion who we never see on television, and Shark Boy. Whew. Damn, when was the last time we seen that? I thought the species of Shark Boy was extinct. You know, since sharks aren't going extinct any damn way. For some reason, Eric Young had another replica belt. I was looking at it on my computer, so I couldn't tell if it was a I think it was a TNA World Title replica. I really couldn't tell of the old TNA World Title, I should say. So, if y'all can make it out clearer, let me know. And by the way, Eric Young looks like he's a Highlander. Looks like he's one of those mountain men, full beard. He's a little bit bigger. He kind of looks like a serial rapist, if you ask me. The type of people that lure little people to his cabin up in the woods, and, you know, he just goes out and starts serial killing motherfuckers. But anyway, this match was pretty much Generation Me doing tag team maneuver after tag team maneuver after tag team maneuver. I've seen Generation Me wrestle numerous matches outside of TNA when they were the Young Bucks and Ring of Honor and other various independent promotions. This was probably my least enjoyable of a Generation Me Young Buck match that they could have. The finisher of this match was a slingshot. Actually, the Shark Boy hit that, what they call it, the jugger or whatever the hell they call it, that Stone Cold Stunner that he hits, into a slingshot neck breaker by Eric Young for the victory. Winner is Eric Young and Shark Boy. This match was, like I said, They're just doing tag team maneuver after tag team maneuver. Eric Young looked pretty good because he was doing a lot of mat, not want to say mat wrestling, but he did a lot of move for move with one of the Bucks. I give this match a 2.5 out of 5. Next up, we have what was supposed to be the highlight of the night, the Ultimate X match between Shannon Moore, Robbie E, Amazing Red, and Alex Shelley. This match pretty much, it could have been better. But given the superstars that they, my mistake, not superstars, wrestlers, well, not even wrestlers, guys. Considering the guys they had in the match, yeah, I wouldn't expect it much. This match pretty much boiled down to all 4 of the guys actually got a chance to showboat, show off, do their high spots and whatever. Next thing you know, I look up and Shannon Moore. And I thought they was gonna give it to Shannon Moore because he spent most of his career kissing the Hardy's ass, but of course that didn't go that way. Next I know he's on the scaffolding up there, and Alex Shelley is climbing on the ropes. Moore takes a bad spill, Amazing Red takes a spill, and Alex Shelley, the guy who's one of my favorite X Division competitors, grabs the X and becomes the #1 contender for the X Division Championship. Good work on Alex Shelley. Now, I give that match a 3 out of 5. It could have been better, but it was average. I give it a 3 out of 5. Next thing you know, you have RVD versus Jerry Lynn. Now, I don't hate RVD. I'm not a huge fan of him, but I don't dislike him to the point that I hate him in the ring. I think he's pretty good in the ring compared to other guys, but do we really need to see RVD and Jerry Lynn? I mean, we've seen it in ECW a couple times. We've seen it on the first show of ECW on TNA when they replayed the match, and it wasn't even a live shooting. They just replayed that match from one of the pay-per-views. They wrestled, I think, in WWE once. But we really don't need to see those 2 guys go at it again. At least Jerry Lynn didn't get knocked out this time. And to my knowledge, I don't think Jerry Lynn has ever booked to beat RVD. RVD and Jerry Lynn pretty much went back and forth. RVD threw Jerry Lynn to the outside. Then Jerry Lynn threw RVD to the outside. And Jerry Lynn was pretty much on the offense pretty much the entire match after he threw RVD to the outside. RVD, of course, did his normal spots, Rolling Thunder, flip leg drop by he straddled over the security railing. For some reason, a steel chair came into play, and there was no disqualification was called, so I'm pretty sure the ref allowed it. RVD got busted open a little bit, and he managed to hit a Van Daminator with the chair into a 5-star frog splash. You blinked, you would have missed it. And RVD once again gets booked to win a match against Jerry Lynn. I don't think RVD's done I think the only job that son of a bitch ever did in fucking TNA was against Sting, which is pretty much a slap in the face considering how horrible Sting's in-ring work has been recently, as of late. That match I give an average 3 out of 5. I hate to see, the same shit over and over again, and yet they're 10 more years older than what they were in 1999. Damn near 11 years older, as a matter of fact. Or 12. Next up, we have the Contract Fatal 4-Way match. These 4 guys was competing for a contract in TNA. Austin Aries, Zema Ion, worst name I've ever heard, Low Key, a.k.a. Quick Kick, a.k.a. Sensui, a.k.a. Curval, versus Jack Evans. This, I will have to say, is probably, the fans really love this. Besides the main event, the fans really got behind this one. They were chants all over the place. This is wrestling. This was, so far, the best wrestling I have seen in a long time in TNA. These 4 guys took it to the limit. This was, they're not over the hill guys, and I've been enjoying Austin Aries' work in Ring of Honor back in 2009 when he was world champion. He's probably one of the best heel champions they ever had. Hurts to see him go. This match was fucking awesome. If you ordered the pay-per-view for any match besides Styles and Daniels, which is coming up in a moment, this match would have done it for you. This match was a whole hell of a lot better than the Ultimate X match. This match is straight 5 out of 5 all the way. Austin Aries won. One of the guys went for a 630 leg drop. I don't know if that was Jack Evans or the Zima Ion guy. I forget who it was. Low key counter, and then Aries kicked both of them. Aries hit low key with a brain buster. It was a done deal. Austin Aries wins the contract. This match was the shit. I will not lie to you. This one was awesome. Next up, we have the X Division Championship match. Brian Kendrick challenging Abyss. Him and Bischoff trying to destroy the X Division. Now I love how they've been using Abyss as of late. Abyss is the only person who was in TNA from the get-go who has not been totally treated like shit. The worst thing they done with him is turn him into a Eugene. And we all know how that went. What's next? Eugene getting a contract in TNA? But anyway, this match is pretty much a mugging, a mauling. Abyss was just fucking whooping his ass, his power all over. Kendrick's attacks did little to no effect. It wasn't until he picked up that book and Kendrick kicked him, and then Abyss got busted open. Kendrick went on the offensive over, and he did a lot of back and forth counter moves. Kendrick seemed to get a little offense. He hit him with the sliced bread or the Kendrick, whatever you want to call it. After the ref got knocked out by an Abyss splash to the corner, Eric Bischoff comes down to the ring. Yeah, that's what I call him. If you ever seen my Eric Bischoff rant, I call him Eric Bischoff. He comes down to the ring. Kendrick knocks him out. Then comes Bully Ray, Gunner, and Steiner comes down and starts beating up Kendrick. Then the whole entire X Division comes out and starts whooping their asses. Then Abyss tries to hit a choke slam on Kendrick. Kendrick rolls it up. 1, 2, 3. Brian Kendrick is the new X Division champion. I give that match a 3.5 out of 5. Next up, we have the match that everyone was waiting for. The match that pretty much embodies TNA. This right here is the match that makes you remember the good old days. Before politics and people who are in the company for money, or people that come from other companies to get more of an opportunity even though they haven't worked for it or fucking deserve it. But we have AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels. Next to Samoa Joe, the two guys in TNA that got dicked around the most out of any fucking body on the roster. The two guys have been treated like shit, can't win a fucking match. Christopher Daniels just lost the Ring of Honor Television Championship at Best of the World. Also a great show. This match was the embodiment of a rivalry. It's on the levels of HBK and The Undertaker. This match was awesome. It wasn't as good as Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards at Best of the World last week, but this match did take the cake. This match was everything that you would want a match to be. It started out pretty slow, but as it went on, it got better. These guys didn't miss a beat. It seems like halfway through it, they got a little bit winded, but they still turned up the volume. They both went for their high spots. AJ Styles went for a springboard and missed. I don't know if he does that intentionally or he really botches it, but that's another one for Matthew and Botchamania. I'm not plugging it or anything. I just like the content. I would subscribe to him, but he has so many damn channels, and it's kind of hard to keep track of them. Table of Japan, and well, we all know. Well, I'll get to that later. But this match was awesome. 5 out of 5. You have got to see this match. You have got to see it. AJ Styles hit a Styles clash, and Daniels kicked out. Daniels got countered when he went for the best damn moonsault in the world. AJ Styles, reminiscent of the very first X Division title win, he hit him with the spinal tap for the victory. This match was fucking awesome. All in all, this was a pretty decent event. No loser WWE guys, but like I say, the crowd wasn't really into this one. The crowd gave much more. The crowd never shut up during this one. You didn't get one quiet moment. This is a lot better than I can say for a Sting match or an Anderson match or an Angle match, who is so fucking quiet, or a Jeff Hardy match that the only people you hear is the little girl screaming because they don't know any better. RVD, 50-50. But this match was, if you didn't, this match and that Fatal 4-Way for the contract, these are the two matches that did it for me. This 5 out of 5 for that one. That was fucking awesome. I know I usually don't give, but I'm telling you, I wish the TNA would get the message that their product is so much better when you have guys that can actually still work. But of course, this was their hot shot month. They hot shotted everything. It's never going to get this good again, unfortunately, because once we're going to have Sting wrestle Anderson for the world title, I think this week on Impact. Fucking Kurt Angle's supposed to be #1 contender. He still hasn't gotten a fucking title shot. But now we're just going to go right back to the same old dumb bullshit that TNA's always done. So, don't get used to this. I wish the TNA would get their act together, but who knows? Only time will tell. I give this whole entire thing maybe a 7.5 to an 8 out of 10. I want to give it an 8. It's either or. It's either or. Because I'm pretty sure this will probably do better than Money in the Bank. Because I've seen the card for Money in the Bank so far. Stick a fork in it, it's going to be shit. I think TNA, for the second month in a row, may have won the battle at pay-per-view. But I'll tell you this. It's such a shame that no one really cares. But I'll make videos talking about fan base and all that stuff later in the week. I'm going to post this video. I got to go to sleep because I have to get up early. I got to be to work at 7. This is Tough Tony signing off. Have a nice one. Good night.